Hello everybody, my name is Cul Blu and I'm bringing you guys random podcast number 70. And this game, if you guys haven't already figured it out, is a random podcast, which means I don't know what's going to go on in this whole entire game, and hopefully it'll be exciting for both me and you guys. So let me go ahead and edit this real fast before I forget to. Shout out to Small TV, but he is not with me in this cast. And there we go, everything's all set, everything's all updated, and let's get this game under the way. So, random podcasts. They're always fun to cast because nobody really knows what's going to go on. I don't know if I said that already, but making sure I get the point across that I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen. It's a random pub, and awesome things can happen, and awesome things usually do happen. It can be a long slugfest. It can be one of those 90-minute PL versus Faces Void / Anti-Mage farm up, get big items, and then 60 minutes in come and try to kill each other. Or it could be one of those quick matches where you have a lot of kills going back and forth, a lot of gold getting traded, or a push fest. It could be anything. It could be a number of things. But the most important thing is that it's a pub game, so we can expect to see some awesome, hopefully awesome things happen. So let me go ahead and make sure my, whoa, jeez, lag. Excuse me. Look at make sure everything's all set up on my side. I am trying to utilize my tablet a little bit more to help out on my casting. And also, I'm also trying to improve the quality of my random pubs. And in order to do that, I will look up a random person who's in this game because I feel like there are a lot of people who play under Smurf accounts that I do not recognize because, well, it's a Smurf account. That's the point. But I just might be able to find out. So I'm going to actually look up what the fox say. I think that's Nikes. So looking up Nikes just to see if he has, or if that's a Smurf account or anything. If there's anybody professional or anything, because that would be freaking awesome if it was.
30 seconds
And my tablet's being a little bit, there we go. Up. Dota 2, what the fox say? Alright, we'll see if that pops up anything, but in the meantime, we're going to introduce the whole entire rating side because they are the ones who completely picked up. It's starting off with this Weaver. We see Terrorist on him. Moving over to this Nikes. Sorry, moving on to this Nyx. Sorry, it's not Nikes, it's Nyx. Moving on to this Nyx, we see Van Diesel on Nyx. On this Elder Titan, we see 861142 on that Elder Titan. And I'm actually pretty excited to see what awesome things he makes happen. Bane plus Elder Titan, a really nice matchup, a really nice lineup, a really nice duo. Especially if they're going to be doing a roaming ganking lineup. Moving over to this Bane, we see I Know Happy Lio on Bane, and last but not least, for the rating side, we see on this Phantom Lancer ZXCC, oh geez, ZXCCXZCXZ, or Zix. It's like PL had an aneurysm and he's trying to say things. Anywho, moving over to this Pudge, we see Nico on that Pudge, on this Lifestealer, who I am looking up, which actually I'll go to him last since I have to say a few things about him. On this Nature Prophet, we see 4 dash or 4 minus on Prophet. On this Spirit Breaker, we see I'm Newbie, so he's obviously new to this game. On that Spirit Breaker, and last but not least, on this Mirana, well, sorry, next to last but next to not least, we see JCZ carrot #YOLO on the Mirana, and last but not least, on this Lifestealer, we see What the Fox Say. And according to my research, which is not that much, I just basically googled his name and looked at this, pretty much the third thing that showed up. According to my research, he played 1,373 matches this Lifestealer has, and he's won, I don't know how many, but he's won 82, which is the most that he's won with the single hero. So 82 with this Lifestealer. So we should expect to see some awesome things come out from What the Fox Say. With playing that many matches, he also has a 55.43% win rate, so that means his team is likely to, 50% chance that they'll win. But I guess it's extremely vague, isn't it? It's extremely vague. But he obviously knows what he's doing. That is the main point that I'm trying to get at. 82 matches as Lifestealer. His win ratio with Lifestealer is actually 57.32%. Actually pretty decent. He has a better stat. Or sorry, he has a better rating with Bounty Hunter with a 69.39%. So those are some numbers I'm throwing out. It's actually, I feel like Bruno. Anywho, so enough of my numbers, enough of me being Bruno. Let me go take a look at the lanes matchups. We see Mirana actually getting caught with the Nightmare. Bane's trying to do the body block. If only Elder Titan was down here to help him out with the stun. But Mirana's going to be eating a whole bunch of damage. She should be the first blood here. Bane plus PL should have enough damage. And there's the first blood going towards PL. Really well played coming up from Bane. He was able to stall Mirana long enough for PL to catch up and figure out that, hey, we're going to go on this. We're going to actually do this. So as far as the bottom lane matchup though, you guys already kind of saw it. Bane PL versus a Mirana, and I think Mirana leapt and she got slept. So she leapt to sleep, and once she leaps, she can't do anything. That's her only escape. Moving on to this mid matchup, we see Pudge versus Nyx, and this is actually a really nice scene because I haven't seen a mid Nyx in such a long time. Ever since they nerfed Spike Carapace, ever since they made it the cooldown a lot higher at level 1, which was definitely necessary. You just don't see a mid anymore. He loses a little bit of his aggressiveness, the annoyance that he can throw on top of somebody, his enemy persons. But having the mana burn is going to be really nice versus someone who needs so much mana, such as Pudge. Meanwhile, in jungle, on the dire side, we see this Nature's Prophet just hanging out there, killing some creeps. It's doing pretty decent, level 3, relative to his mid counterpart, or mid compadre. He's only one level behind, so he's not that far behind. And we got Nature's Prophet actually TP into a room, picks up a double damage, starts running away. Bane throws out a Nightmare. I don't think Bane has anything to follow up. He's going to do a little bit of damage to Prophet. But Prophet was able to deny that rune to Bane or Pudge or Nyx Assassin. Meanwhile, Nyx Assassin gonna go ahead and eat a little bit of damage. He won't be going out. He does have enough mana for an Impale, but he doesn't have to use it. He was just about to use it. So Vin Diesel feeling pretty awesome about that. Pudge getting a little bit aggressive, trying to go for the kill. Nyx Assassin just got barely out of range with that rot, and that was just a strange turn of events. But that just shows you. That just goes to prove to you guys how important early game stats are. They may not be all that stat efficient to go for something such as a Circlet or a Mantle of Intelligence, but the strength that he got from the Circlet definitely helped him stay alive. And my Spirit Breaker is going to go ahead and start charging mid. I didn't call it the top lane, but the top matchup is a Spirit Breaker Nyx versus a Weaver Prophet. And now we got Spirit Breaker charging on mid. Nyx Assassin throws out the Spike Carapace, beautiful Spike Carapace, dodges a little bit of damage, gets a stun on top of Spirit Breaker. Now Spirit Breaker is going to be trying to wrap around, trying to get around the Nyx, and Nyx is actually still surviving. Tower doing way too much damage to Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker might be going on here. Nyx, all he has to do is land one Impale. He just might get a kill, but he doesn't have enough mana for it. All he does is Spike Carapace, the Spirit Breaker pop himself a healing salve. And I said a lot of words in that brief moment of time, but they were necessary to be said, guys. They were necessary to be said. Anywho, checking out this top lane. What the Fox say? Just hanging out, just doing what he can to get a little bit of last hits. Actually, didn't bring this up. Last hits to the 9s. You can see that Nyx is not doing as well as he wants to be doing. So his top lane's doing a decent job. Weaver plus Elder Titan doing a really good job, making sure Nyx doesn't have that much comfort in collecting all his last hits. Haitian up on top of Pudge. He's going to run and see if he can get a kill on top of Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin does have a Spike Carapace, so he can't use it if he needs to. He throws out the Spike Carapace, gets a stun on top of Pudge. It's only Spike Carapace level 1, so it did not stun Pudge for all that long. But it did force Pudge to back away, and also forced Nyx to burn a teeny bit of mana. 40 mana, not a whole lot, but every little bit counts. And there's a hook once again coming up from Pudge. Pudge will be able to get the kill on top of his Nyx Assassin. With the rot plus the hook, Nyx Assassin, I don't think his Spike Carapace is off cooldown in time. But he is level 6 though, so he does have Vendetta. He can use it if he needs to. And I think he might become a little bit more active now. But Pudge should be level 6 as well. So these guys are pretty much neck and neck. Actually, Pudge is level 7. I want to say he got a level off of that kill. Meanwhile, Prophet in the jungle, he's building up that typical Hand of Midas into Shadow Blade type build. That is still a popular build, despite how old it is, despite how classic it is. People still love going for it. I have seen a few people try to go for more pushing oriented stuff, and then skip the Shadow Blade and try to go for Maelstrom or Mantis style. I don't agree with the Mantis style, but I've seen it before. Pudge throws out a hook. Hook does miss. I don't know if these guys saw the hook, but Bane's up top. Bane does see him. Throws out a Nightmare. Now Elatine's going to go ahead and throw out the Sleep. The Sleep will be able to land on top of Pudge and just barely catch. Spirit Breaker runs right on through. It says, "I'm charging full blast," and Open Wounds gets on top of Elatine. Lifestealer does back away. Beautiful hook coming up from Pudge, and Pudge is going to go ahead and rot to death. Rot to death is Elder Titan. Also, the Curry went down as well. Meanwhile, Spirit Breaker is going to be going down. Weaver just needs one more attack, gets the auto attack, it connects, and Weaver does have himself a Shikuchi. He will use it if he needs to. Nope, doesn't need to. He had support in the form of Nyx Assassin, who did Vendetta all the way up top. Totally missed that rotation. But Lifestealer did go down as well, so Lifestealer is officially not doing as well as the bottom lane, which is the PL, who already has his drums up. He already has his drums. We're not even 6 minutes and 30 seconds to the game, and PL has drums and Tranquil boots. So he's looking to be in really tip-top shape, really fast. They're going to need some rotations down bottom to kill him, and that's easier said than done. Pudge is rotating. He does find himself a illusion rune, pops a few bottle charges, pops that rune, and He's going to try to go for the kill on top of PL, but it's going to be difficult because PL, he has more than enough mana to actually use his Doppelwalk. He is putting a lot of points inside of it, and this is the type of build I like to see from PLs, by the way. But Mirana arrow does fly. The arrow does not hit. Oh my gosh, just barely. Almost hit PL in the back, but PL was not able to get in there just fast enough. Meanwhile, Pudge with the illusions come around the corner. These guys do know these are illusions. The hook's not coming out just yet from Nyko. Nyko waiting a little bit on that Pudge. And PL... ZXC, that's what I should call you. ZXC doesn't want to get caught out with the hook, trying to pretend he's an illusion now. And meanwhile, we have Ino on that Bane actually up top. Oh man, speaking of top, we got Elder Titan going down on one side. We got a Spirit Breaker going down on the other side. And Knights looks like he's going to jump off a creep and hide away. Goes jumps out of the creep. Weaver pops himself a beautiful ult. Gets a lot of HP back, and Lifestealer not a lot of HP gained from his infest. If he would have used it a little bit earlier, I think he would have died anyway. But Weaver was able to pick up the kill on top of him, so Weaver really doing a good job of keeping Knights down. Meanwhile, down bottom, we got a Mirana about to be going down to the PL, who has all the illusions in the world that he needs, and he also popped a drum charge just to make sure he got the kill. Like I was saying before though, this is the build that I like to see from PLs, because Doppelwalk extremely good when you put more points into it, because it gets you. Oh man, we got Elder Titan up top and Lifestealer. Gonna eat a little bit of damage. Actually, no, it's mid. Sorry. Spirit Breaker charging mid. Was charging mid. Cancel his charge. But Pudge did get an ulti off on top of Nyx Assassin, and these kills are happening all around the map. Speaking of kills happening around the map, up top we got Lifestealer getting dove on. He's gonna go ahead and try to go for full man mode. Doesn't get the kill on top of Elder Titan before anything bad happens. Something bad does happen. He dies, but doesn't get the kill on top of Elder Titan. Elder Titan able to back away, and yeah, I mean, really, at this point in the game, what the Dire are trying to aim for is they're trying to have Spirit Breaker plus Prophet just be those +1s in those lanes. Whenever you put the Mirana into the formula as well, they can technically have everybody be like a +1. Everybody has a free smoke of deceit whenever they want to go for a gank, but they haven't really been able to make that go into full fruition just yet. Mainly because the top lane is having so much trouble. Mirana can't get nothing down here. PL, he's getting out of control. He's almost level 9. His net worth is probably the highest on the map. I would not be surprised. And it is 5,200 on the map. Meanwhile, on top, Elder Titan and Weaver just doing a really good job making sure Spirit Breaker can't get his levels and make sure Lifestealer can't get that big as far as his farm goes. Meanwhile, Spirit Breaker is going to go ahead and charge on top of Elder Titan. Elder Titan goes stand still and stomp. Throws out a stomp. Lifestealer pops his rage though. He should be able to get the kill. No magic wand get popped again. Elder Titan gonna be going down at the end of the day. And Weaver's in full pursuit of this Lifestealer. Lifestealer does have an infest. He needs to go ahead and use it. We got the Impale coming up from Nyx Assassin very soon. Nope. Lifestealer just jumps inside of a creep, and he will be jumping out here very soon. It's kind of hard to say that he needs to go ahead and jump out. But this creep is actually taking quite a bit of damage. He's in a very, very bad spot. This creep should take him back to his tower. Meanwhile, down bottom, we got PL getting hit with the ulti from Pudge. And then we got the Pudge throwing out the hook. The hook does miss completely on top of PL. PL able to survive and live another day. He could rush for a Radiance if he really wants to. But at the end of the day, up top, Nyx does get the kill on top of Nyx. Because Nyx is Lifestealer, Nyx is Newberry and Assassin, or Nyx Assassin. So yeah, a lot of things going on. So, items, let's talk about the items. Dagon is coming up on Nyx Assassin, and Pudge got a kill. Pudge got a kill on top of PL, oh nice. I don't know how he got, he threw a hook. So he got a kill on top of PL with the hook, and pumps himself a smoke of the sea and starts running away, so he can, to see if anybody's around him, and also make himself a nice sneaky path back towards mid, just in case they have wards. But anyway, like I was talking about the items though, Dagon coming up on Nyx Assassin. Dagon gonna be a really nice early game. Dagon's, me personally, I hate Dagons. Maybe because they just do bad things to me, but Dagon is still a really good item to have, especially when you're trying to burst people down. And on the side of the Dire, they have a lot of people to burst down, between Mirana and Prophet, and Spirit Breaker to a certain extent. And Pudge is up top. Pudge is going to get, Elder Titan is going to get charged. Beautiful ult coming out from Pudge. Elder Titan going to go ahead and throw it to sleep. Sleep does not land. Pudge got the kill before it happened, and now Pudge is in a lot of trouble. He's going to be going on. Got all his mana burned as well. Instantly buys back. Spirit Breaker in a lot of trouble. He has his ult though, so he can't use it. He's trying to bait out a little bit. Weaver's going to go ahead and get hit with the arrow. Spirit Breaker needs to go ahead and throw it. Ult does fly. Weaver eating a whole bunch of damage. Goes down. A lot of burst damage at once. Meanwhile, Pudge on my backside. He popped the haste ring. Goes for the kill on top of Nyx Assassin. So many kills. So much gold getting traded back and forth. The Dire really making the best out of a bad situation. And the Prophet ulti was there as well to help him out with the DPS without having Prophet to commit too much as far as rotating in. So really good plays coming out from the Dire. Of course, the Pudge death early on was not that good. not as beneficial to him, but he was able to buy back, and he did definitely make the most of it. And he just might be able to get himself a kill on top of Bane. Bane is going to go ahead and juke around. The hook does come out from Pudge. I don't know if Bane saw it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Looks like Bane did not see it, but Bane is level 6. He does have his ult, so he will be ready for the next fight. Bane versus Lifestealer. It's one of those classic support versus carry matchups. Actually, Lifestealer is going to go ahead and suck Rage away. Make sure he doesn't get caught out. Weaver's going to be on full pursuit because he knows that now Lifestealer has no protection as far as towers goes. Shoots him all the way back, and Lifestealer is going to be forced to continue running. Meanwhile, Spiritbreaker trying to get himself a little bit of farm in the jungle. Needs to be really careful because with the Elder Titan around the corner and also with the Weaver, they can possibly kill him before he can get a charge going through. But he is steadily building that Urn Shadows, and he needs just a little bit more gold. Gonna decide to back away very smartly. So Weaver's on the full pursuit, and Lifestealer plus Spiritbreaker. That's actually a really nice matchup too. Free Nice Bomb, probably not as efficient, but it does get you far pretty darn fast. Speaking of Nyx, not Nyx, but Nyx. Speaking of names that start with the letter N, we see Nyx Assassin. Jesus, yeah, because Weaver starts with the letter N or M. Upside M, it's a W. We see Nyx Assassin pop his Vendetta, trying to see if he can find himself a kill. Doesn't find anything. Meanwhile, Pudge mid, he gets himself a kill on top of Elder Titan. Elder Titan not really having the best of times. He is relatively low in the count as far as the gold goes, but he is playing one of the supporter roles. Taking a look at the gold graph, you see the Radiant is holding on to that lead pretty darn heftily. They do have 2 towers to their names, so most of that gold is in hero kills and ganks and stuff. But it's starting to curve back down towards the Dire, so the Dire are still in this one. They're still fighting for it. Meanwhile, Pudge does throw out the hook. The hook does miss. It hits a creep instead, and now Weaver's in full pursuit. Weaver does throw out a few auto attacks, and he backs away. And as far as this Weaver goes, I'm going to go ahead and look at Weaver because, hey, why the freak not? See some stats, give some stats like Bruno would. Shout out to Bruno. Let's see, Dota 2. You know, I'm kind of afraid it will pop up if I type in Dota 2 terrorist.
Dire's middle tower is
if only I could spell, right? So Spiritbreaker is actually charging mid. He's trying to go for the kill on top of who is this? This is a Elder Titan. Elder Titan in a lot of trouble. He does have his ult though. I think Elder Titan does have his ult. No, he doesn't. He's opted not to go for his ult. Meanwhile, Weaver comes around the corner. Spiritbreaker in dire need of some HP goes down to the Weaver. Elder Titan trying to get the stun off. The stun does not go through. Pudge going to be going down on the backside. Meanwhile, Terra's got a double kill. He had a double damage rune for him. So double kill, double damage rune, double attacks with that Gemini attack. Some really cool stuff coming out from that. Sorry, some really high DPS coming out from this Weaver. And Nyx Assassin actually pops a Vendetta. He wants to go for a kill. As far as the builds though, like I'm trying to look at the builds. Lifestealer, he's going for armor. Now we got Prophet about to be going on. Takes a whole bunch of damage. Weaver able to finish off so much damage just coming his way. Those aren't even crits. That's a double damage, yes, but still that's a lot of damage. Prophet pretty much had no chance of surviving. And oh, by the way, there's a PL going for Radiance, guys. He is going to be going for the Radiance build. He has been having that good of a time. That peaceful of a laning period. There you go. His laning period has been that peaceful. He has been able to have that much room to actually be able to do stuff. I like that. As far as the XP graph goes, as I always say about the XP graph is relatively irrelevant because the longer and longer the game goes on, the closer and closer it converges to 0, but it's still a really nice indicator of where everybody is at this current point in time. And as you guys can see, the Radiant are holding on to that gold graph, or XP graph. It was coming back down towards the Dire, mainly because they were able to get a little bit of farm and not really traveling as 3 or 4, whereas the Radiant were kind of doing that just to get a few more kills. But everything's going back to balance. Weaver has a Desolator already, and we're only 15 minutes to this game. It only gets worse from here. You have a PL who almost has a Radiance. You have a Weaver with a Desolator. You have, what else do you have? A Bane. Bane is trying to build no, Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin has a Dagon. I thought Bane was trying to build a 4-staff, but he is obviously not doing that. And really, I mean, the items on the side of the Dire are not as impressive as the items on the side of the Radiant yet. Although I'll give them this, the Dire do have a little bit later, or can go a little bit later. than the Radiant, but even that is hard to say because there's a PL. Anyway, Spirit Breaker charged on top of Eldritine. Eldritine a little bit of trouble. He does have his ult though. He can pop it if he does see the need to. Spirit Breaker ulti does fly, and Pudge throws out the hook on top of Spirit Breaker, pulls him back out of trouble, pulls him back out of Death's teeth. Meanwhile, Pudge around the corner gets hit with the Impaler, gets hit with a whole bunch of damage, everything going down. Eldritine stun, gets hit on top of Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker going to eat a whole bunch of damage. There's an ulti coming up for Eldritine as well. Nice ulti getting, I think it got the Lifestealer. Mirana ulti gets used just to try to keep this guy, or just to try to save our allies. Impale coming up from Nick's assassin does kill a Knights. An arrow from Mirana does hit somebody, but it did not kill them. So the Dire are really not having the best of times right now. And as far as whoa, I think that's the right person.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not the right person. Yep, sorry. I looked up Terrace, but it wasn't the right person. So let's look up somebody else. Let's look up PL. Let's see how awesome he is, because he has a Radiance already. Radiance plus Drums. Drums gives you the stats necessary to help you farm out the Radiance comfortably without having to play two entirely glass cannon-ish. And also the Radiance is just a really nice item for your illusions to have. Extra pushing power, extra burning power for everything. It's just all around a good item to have. If you can afford it, if you can supplement your HP. Meanwhile, we got Spirit Breaker around the corner. Spirit Breaker does go down. Dagon able to pick him off. Pudge got a beautiful hook on top of Eldritine, but not enough damage. He has a negative earn charge on top of him. Eldritine is going to be going down. And now we got Weaver and Nick's assassin trying to push his mid. Prophet ulti does fly through. Prophet, he's just starting to build his Shadow Blade. That is the first piece. I think he just got that Claymore. And things are not looking all that well for the Dire, of course, but they do still have a fighting chance. There is still a Lifestealer. There is still a Prophet. There is still a... okay. Yeah, there's still a Lifestealer and a Prophet, but... never mind. There goes Lifestealer. So there was still a Lifestealer, but Lifestealer does go down. Weaver actually getting charged by the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker won't be able to do enough damage or do anything to actually kill him. I don't think he has a Dust of Appearance. No, he does not have a Desolate Appearance, so he will not be able to do anything. Weaver actually just pops his ulti. Mirana arrow does miss because of that, and Weaver just casually runs away. So the damage coming up from Weaver is actually really too darn high. Hitting for about 224. And that's not including negative armor. Just a lot of damage coming out very fast, all over your face. And PL actually getting caught out with the hook, and he does get himself a double arc right in time. Actually, Weaver got a kill down bottom. Weaver casually kills a Spirit Breaker. That's for sure. Terror is being a true, living up to his name, being a true terror on the battlefield. And let's go ahead and look up somebody else. Like I said, I was going to look up PL. So how do you spell his name? Jeez, that's a lot of typing. Oh, speaking of PL, we got Pudge actually getting burned to death by PL. PL is going to get hit with the ulti from Pudge. Pudge did catch the right one. These guys should be killing each other. No, looks like PL did go down to the Pudge. And Pudge desperately trying to use his bottle charge. He has the pursuers in the form of Bane and also in the form of Eldritine around the corner. Mirana ulti gets used, but the arrow, not the arrow, the stomp does hit from Eldritine on top of Pudge. Pudge forced to stand still for a few seconds because of that stomp, and now we got the ulti coming up from Eldritine. Pudge did pop himself a positive earn charge, trying to get himself a little more HP. Lifestealer jumps in and jumps out of her creep, does a little bit of damage to Bane and Eldritine. These guys are forced to run. Meanwhile, Spirit Breaker is trying to charge in. Mirana leaps forward, gives her allies a little bit more attack speed, gives them a little bit more move speed, and Pudge is on the run from Weaver. Weaver just comes from the nowhere. Terror's being a true terrorist. And meanwhile, Bane, he's getting caught inside the trees. Beautiful sprout coming out from Prophet, and a lot of damage coming towards Bane. Bane does go down. Nick's assassin Vendetta's in, throws out a nice Vendetta crit on top of Prophet. Prophet in a lot of trouble, but that's what appearance gets used, just so you guys can see Weaver, and that will be the end of the fight by the looks of it. But really, just both sides. Actually, no, Lifestealer is on the run. This is going to be even worse for these guys. And Weaver does get a double kill of all people. Weaver's the last person you want to give that much more gold to. He's going to go ahead and build himself a Daedalus. He feels very confident in his damage output, and he should be. He is level 18, and we are 20 minutes into the game. That is pretty darn good. I can tell you guys how much XP per minute. Weaver definitely at the top of that. I mean, it's... He's been involved in a lot of kills. He's been farming up the whole entire time. His last incident denies are at 92 and 4. Relative to everybody else, PL's a little bit higher, but PL hasn't been involved in as many kills, so he's not as rich. He's not as high level as the Weaver is. So Terra's doing a really good job playing that Weaver, when all things are said. As far as the other things that Weaver could go for after he finishes his Daedalus, he can go for a Lincoln Sphere, a late Link. Well, this won't be late. This will be probably an on-time Lincoln Sphere. But with all those items that he has, this is a really, really good item progression coming out from Weaver. Having a like I was saying though, having a Lincoln Sphere is going to be really nice for blocking open. Oh, never mind. I won't block open wounds. I mean, it will block open wounds, but he doesn't need it for that. Blocking a Spirit Breaker charge, that's something really nice to block. Blocking a Prophet Sprout, maybe even blocking a Mirana arrow. Not too sure if it does block a Mirana arrow, but I hope it does, so I can sound right. I should be certain about that, I know, but sorry guys. Spirit Breaker charging out bottom top PL. PL gonna go ahead and run away. Spirit Breaker pops himself a Desperate Appearance. Those are the ultimate top PL. PL in a little bit of trouble. Pudge around the corner. The illusions are in the way though, so they can't really get a good hook. And Pudge actually gonna be able to line the hook. Double negative earn charge on top of PL. PL, I'm sorry, beautiful ult coming off from Bane on the backside. Pudge got baited right on in. Spirit Breaker got baited right on in as well. And PL and Bane able to turn that whole entire thing, turn a gank into gank into 2 free kills. And Mirana ulti getting used, but she's not able to go invisible fast enough. Weaver just hitting so freaking hard, critting for 640 something, and the tower's gonna melt. Negative armor on top of that, and also just the right clicks coming up from Weaver. He just gets too much damage, so much free damage.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And next Vendetta crit on top of a creep, trying to get that level 16, so he can have that ulti on a 50-second cooldown. And the items Prophet does have a Shadow Blade and a Hand of Midas, but really they've lost a little bit too much for them to actually do anything. Bane's gonna go ahead and TP out. Middle racks are down on side of the Dire. Now we got Weaver. Now we have Spirit Breaker charging on top of a creep. I think it's a misclick. He wanted an Elder Titan. That just might have been a kill if it would have landed on top of Elder Titan. You know, rotations from both Weaver and Nice. This is like the Arachnid squad right here. Both of the bugs trying to see what they can get and kill it. See if they can kill everybody on the enemy side, and they're doing a really good job of doing that. But yes, like I said, Prophet does have a Shadow Blade. He does have himself a Shadow Blade. He also has himself a Hand of Midas. So he's starting to hit his stride where he can become a little bit more effective. But I mean, like I said, they're losing a little bit too much. Weaver a little bit too big for them to deal with right now. His damage output is too darn high. Lifestealer is forced to run away. It's like Lifestealer doesn't have any HP. Lifestealer forced to use his fast inside Mirana. Mirana forced to leap away. Just so these guys can get out of there. And Prophet, he's gonna be a little bit of trouble as well if he's not careful. Shadow Blade activated. Pudge hook does fly. Beautiful hook coming up from him, but also beautiful spike carapace coming up from Nick's assassin. And Elder Titan just getting a little bit of free damage stuff with all the creeps and Pudge, and a little bit of extra movement speed for himself as well. And the hook does come out from Pudge. Beautiful hook on top of Elder Titan. Elder Titan going to be going down, but so does Pudge. Pudge goes down like 3 hits. Mirana does disjoint and auto attack. And Spirit Breaker charging. It looks to be Nick's assassin. Now we got Terrace on that Weaver. Going to get dusted up, and a lot of damage coming towards whoever that was, but they did go down. Weaver does dodge himself a double dust. He does use his ult though. And Lifestealer's going to try to go toe to toe with the Weaver, and he's going to be losing his fight. Mirana arrow does fly, does land. She is going to. Oh my gosh, she's not able to get the kill. Rampage for Weaver. Terrace feel like a boss, kills everybody. Any and everybody. It just showed you how much damage he can do at this point in time. We are 24 minutes to this game. He's level 21. Pudge does get the kill on top of Weaver with the buyback. And Pudge just got 989 gold from 1 kill on 1 hero. I mean, I don't know what... Weaver's worth a lot of money. And Pudge just got himself something pretty. I don't know what Pudge is going to buy, but he's got himself something pretty. He's actually going to be buying a little something called Death. PL trying to chase him with the Illusions. Illusion's not going to be able to do enough damage. And actually, Pudge bought himself a Geometry Sight. He hasn't bought anything just yet, I don't think. He does have a gym though. And yes, that's exactly what Phantom Lantern needed. More Illusions. Mantis Style is up on PL. And man. There we go. We got Pudge actually infested by Lifestealer. Lifestealer can jump out if he needs to. We got PL doing quite a bit of damage. Lifestealer is going to be forced to jump out because Pudge did die. Mirana ulti was used to try to help these guys get away. Spirit Breaker charging on top of PL. PL in a little bit of trouble. PL might be going out here very soon. If Spirit Breaker needs to pop his Dust Appearance, he needs to go and pop it now. He will not pop it. He doesn't have a Dust Appearance. He's going to be going down anyway because PL has illusions that hurt. And Weaver... How do you get way over there? Well, Weaver throws out his ult just so he can get back with his allies, just so they can come back together. And items! Jeez, I can't even talk about the items because these guys keep killing stuff. Lifestealer finally has the armlet. That would have been nice. Relative to Weaver's time, that would have been nice, you know, at the 6-minute mark. But Weaver is just, like I said, way too huge. His damage output is too darn high. He has himself another Demon Edge. It looks like he's going for an MKB. And man, this is a match, just short of a massacre. The reason why I say it's just short of a massacre is because, well, no, it's a massacre. We got everybody just trading nightmares.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Bane has 3k gold, or almost 4k gold. I mean, when you're at this stage in the game, what do you really do? Pudge does get put to sleep by the Elder Titan. Elder Titan actually throws out his ult as well. in the, I think, a bad direction. Everybody gets hit with it. Pudge got caught inside the Bane ulti. Spear Breaker charged on top of Weaver. Sentry Ward is placed by the Dire, so they're able to see the Weaver. Nick's assassin does go down. Buybacks galore. Well, buybacks on the side of the Radiant side because they're rich. And Lifestealer does come back. Eats one auto attack from Weaver, and pretty much a fourth of his HP gone. Bane still getting used by PL, able to dodge himself an arrow. Weaver gonna go ahead and throw out or back away. Spear Breaker gets a nice bash on top of Weaver. And Sentry Ward's getting killed. PL does have the Gem True Sight, which means his illusions do get the True Vision. A little bit unfair, yes, but PL needs a heart right now if he wants to be able to be effective. Bane around the corner eating some negative HP. I think he's in range. There we go. Spear Breaker's going to go ahead and charge on top of Bane. Bane a little bit troll. Spear Breaker ulti is on cooldown, but he's trying to get trying to get a permabass. Lifestealer jumps in and jumps out of Spear Breaker, gets a kill on top of Bane, and they're just kind of waiting for this into to die. And it's going to be dying by creeps here very soon. All the time going to be going down. The Dire able to claim himself at least a few more kills before this game ends. Prophet ulti bouncing around, and Ancient's going to go down. PL's going to casually kill it. Surprisingly, PL wasn't doing that much damage to it. That's kind of weird. Pudge hook does fly. And PL is just going to go ahead and run away while he can. Radiance Burn is burning up all the creeps. I should be able to see it here very soon. There we go. PL does TP out. He does hide to the trees. Gets himself to a nice safe place. Prophet is in the jungle, so if Prophet does see him there, he could potentially rotate and kill him. But I mean, in there is also Nick's assassin. Nick's assassin TP to the tower. PL is TP to base to go heal. Of course, that makes sense. And GG's getting thrown out by the Weavers. Ancient's probably about to be going down. The creeps are going to be killing it. Nick's assassin's going to be killing it. I don't know. But I want to see the Dire deny their Ancient. I want to see if the Radiant lose because of that. I mean, a lot of resources getting used just to kill a Nick's assassin. Spear Breaker uses ulti. A lot of stuff getting thrown back and forth. Dude, Jesus. And the Ancient still stands. Come on, deny your Ancient. Deny your Ancient. Bane's here. Bane still has Nightmare. Nightmare does not do anything. And there we go, the Ancient does finally go down. Creeps able to finish it off. Just deny Ancient. I want to deny the Ancient. They were thinking about it. They were thinking about it, guys. See, great minds think alike. That is exactly what just happened here. So that was a random pubcast. Not the longest of random pubs because Weaver just got so freaking big, so freaking fast. Hashtag yellow indeed. So anyway, my name is Cul Blu. I just brought you guys random pubcast number 70, which means I'm 30 away from 100. I'm almost at that triple digit number. I'm almost to the promised land. I've seen the other side. It can wait. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the cast. I'll see you guys whenever.